Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at the 10,000 euro tournament that we just participated in about 15 minutes ago, facing off against Codemagic Purple, a really good team, probably the best team in the world right now with some really good players. So really close finals. Winner takes home 5,000, loser takes home 2,500. So a lot at stake. And bearing in mind, on these maps, the bans were Max and Mr. P. Codemagic Purple banned Mr. P and we banned Max. Just to switch things up, Sprout in play. Literally never played a competitive game without Sprout banned, so it was really interesting for both teams in the same pot here. But as I said, really close games, and probably tomorrow I'll be bringing you guys 1k all brawlers, really close at the minute, actually around 3 brawlers away from all 1k, and then going to be pushing high next season, pushing to number 1, so definitely stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's jump into the first game. Alright guys, so hopping into the first game then. So without a Sprout ban, as I said, neither team has really played, and it's just literally a rock, paper, scissors matchup. It's all down to compositions and who's going to come off at the top. But inside of this one, I actually remember thinking that we were going to play Mortis, but so we decided to go with Snappy Sniping on the Piper and 4th Rocket on the Brock. Again, a Sprout vs Sprout matchup, so it's all down to me and Semantic to clutch up. Twisty played an amazing Mortis inside of this game. He was constantly just trying to waste his gadgets. Remember telling Semantic, try and stay high HP, sorry, and not waste your gadgets, because that's what Mortis is looking to do. It's constantly just going to be aggro, trying to waste your gadgets. They've already got 5. I feel like we probably should have played Jean here. Tom wanted us to play Jean, and I probably agree with him on that case, because I just had 0 pressure. Mortis was just able to keep the pressure going over and over again. Piper just not that good against Mortis, especially when I said myself that we were going to go Mortis, but at the minute really pinned back. As you can tell, there's just a Sprout 1v1 going on the left hand side, like no one's watching that. It's just a complete monstrosity down that left hand side, but actually get a nice snipe on Twisted there. On Sunday, actually killing them. So 7-3, not really the end of the world at the minute, but then Jean with a max range pull, really well played from Curse. He's able to pull that off, and they're able to get the countdown. So fair play to Curse, that was a really good pull. Completely caught me off guard at max range, so fair play to him. We definitely, from that first game, just didn't play the best of comps, just because of that Mortis was just so aggressive against us, and we just literally had nothing to do with it. All 3 brawlers got counted, but fair play to them. Better comp, played much better. They won the first game. Let's hop into the second. Okay guys, so jumping into the second game of this set, but as I said, we just didn't really like the Piper at all. Jean much more safer, especially against the Sprout as well. So they've actually opted with no Mortis there. They probably thought like we're going to try and hard counter Mortis because of how much problems Twisty actually did to us. Semantic using his gadget, Twisty using his gadget to get the Sprout down. I made sense, Tom, it doesn't matter if you die, because Jackie's already wasted one of her gadgets. Again, I'm not going to waste my gadget there. I'm definitely dead. There's no reason for me to just use my gadget for no reason, so I'm holding on to it. But they've got all the pressure here. Really good composition from them, actually. A Cole and a Jackie. Cole actually counts so much, and it actually really good against Mortis as well. I'm just going to pull Curse and kill him, because we can't afford to keep losing the ground, because they're just going to keep collecting the gems with all the aggression. They could just keep hiding in the grass, but yeah, I'm just going to really aggro, trying to get Twisty out of the bush. Now I've already tapped Twisty a few times. Semantic can just go down this lane and comfortably try and take that. Sprout with the wall actually kind of helps us, because I knocked him back and he's really low here. We're able to take him down really well. So probably that Sprout rule actually biting him in the back there, and I think I managed to get a pull here. Actually no, I don't think it's here, but Cursed working in the grass again. They could just keep going aggro over and over again, just because we haven't got the damage or anything really to take them down. But as you can see, they're both just going in over and over again. Tom with a Sprout versus Sprout matchup. Twisty actually going back. We do get Cursed down, and Twisty's really low, so only 4 gems in it. We're 4 gems behind, but we've got control. Twisty's really low, so we can't really afford to push up too much. I've just got to be careful of Sprout, because it's basically impossible to hit him. You're guaranteed to take like the 1.3k damage, whatever it is, all the time. I actually get a clutch pull on some Bentley there, managing to get everything. They're both super low, but Cursed here is somehow able to survive this entire time. He's able to spin out with the gems as well. I think that was by far the play of the game there. That was like incredible. We stayed behind the wall, able to clutch up with super, able to go down that left hand lane now with full HP, and we just got pinned back so much here. So I feel like Tom was calling to get left hand side, and maybe should have just gone down the left, but at the same time now Jackie's pinching us. I don't know what I was really doing, to be honest. Like, I probably needed to go over and just pull Cole into our spawn or something, but we just got pressure back so much, and at that point it's GG there. There's no way we're going to be able to come back there. So Codemagic able to take the first set against us. A bit of a messy game. We actually clutched up and then but completely through. I played absolutely trash that game. But that's going to be the first set. Let's hop into the next. Alright guys, so hopping into the first Brawl game. As I said, this is basically ladder gameplay in a sense, because as you see, we're using a Sprout, Jackie, Ems. That's the best comp for this map for sure. They're using a Cole probably to try and counter the Jackie, which he actually does behind the walls because he does a lot of damage, to be fair. But as long as I'm keeping my position a lot, I've already used one gadget, so my job's just to be annoying, just constantly keep myself alive, just keep the aggro. Jackie's all about positioning. Even if you're not doing anything, even if you're not winning your lane, as long as you're staying alive on the map, this is gonna have to try and deal with your use your presence to get up. I'm dodging shots, trying to go forward. Semantic and Twisty in a 1v1s battle. I don't know if Semantic had to use super there, probably didn't. Bit of a waste of super, but we still have positioning. He's still really far up here and he's playing really, really well. My teammates here actually playing so well. Tom and Semantic playing well. I don't know what I was doing there. Again, I was just a bit brain dead today, to be honest. I'm still a bit brain dead now, just feeling like feeling awful today. But nonetheless, Semantic again with the really good super. I was actually kind of close to getting him. If Tom would have killed Ems there, which was a big call, we would have been able to score. But Twisty again with a gadget, able to save it. But now all three of them are respawned. Semantic's coming up, so not really in the best position. But as I said, it's so hard to like commentate on Sprout gameplay because there's just so much going on constantly. It's just an absolute mess when Sprout's involved. But they're playing really well here, able to block me off. I was actually going to go and get that Sprout down. I'm in the open here against an Ems and a Cole, but I'm just going to keep my pressure. I don't really care too much if I die. But Ems again with the knockback, so now I know that she's got none. I was going to super kick this in, but then obviously Curse is going to be able to get that, and I'll just walk that in. So we're able to get the goal off with 45 seconds left. Quite a bit of time. We definitely should be able to hold this one, but at the minute it's going to be really close. I think I've got no gadgets left. Yeah, I wasted my gadget going up. I'm actually spectating Tom here, so let's try and watch it as it goes along. But Semantic going down there, then there's not really much I can do when there's an M super. I definitely was out of position again. As I said, I just played absolutely trash in these games. Definitely being completely outplayed in these games for sure. But going up against a Cole again, I've got a lot of HP. Cole does melt me, but I'm just going to keep running forward and running straight at him. We need the presence, especially when it goes to overtime. We need that early pressure. So I'm going to pass it off. Twisty now has super, so Semantic's going to die. I'm just going to try and get the ball away as quickly as possible, but actually managing an opportunity here. I know that they've not got the DPS to take me down, and I'm able to score. So I mean, all my mistakes that game did come to good faith, and I do manage to at least redeem myself in some sort of way. But that's a win in that game. Let's go to the next. Alright guys, so jumping into the next game. As you can know by literally all these comps, you're going to have to keep changing your compositions because you can either get countered or counter the counter. It's a real rock, paper, scissors matchup. But this comp from Codemagic was really big brain. I thought I could maybe sneak that in there. A bit of a big ass. Again, I'm probably just going to aggro with a Jackie. As I said, just not really playing well, not really thinking through my plays and communicating it well with my teammates at all. But their comp, as I said, really big brain because Mortis isn't that good against a Jackie, but against an Ems and a Sprout, Mortis is just going to completely wreck them. And people are probably thinking, well, Mortis isn't good in Brawl Ball, but in terms of competitive at the minute, Mortis is actually really good and very underrated. You'd actually be surprised, but in the monthly finals, Mortis has a 100% success rate. And inside of his games, Mortis was just always coming off on top, especially with a Poco and beyond. It's going to be really good. Again, I tried to recognise that I can maybe score. If I would have got the ball then, I would have been able to score from the one tile spot that you're able to shoot through Curse. But Semantic, again, staying alive. But when you're playing the Mortis, especially against an Ems and a Sprout, which you're going to see a lot on inside of this map, the one thing you want to be doing is just going into the Jackie, using just literally suiciding, getting rid of them two gadgets, and then after that you're able to outplay. But Twisty's just going in absolutely ham here on Semantic and Tom. There's nothing Semantic can really do when there's a Mortis dashing into his face, so we need to try and force a matchup as much as possible. But Twisty's doing a really good job on focusing on Semantic for sure. As you've seen about 20 seconds ago, I wasted another gadget, so my two gadgets that I used were completely wasteful. So they're going to try and score here. I pass it off, managed to kill Twisty in time. So at the minute we're actually in a good position. This Poco's constantly healing Curse, which is a bit annoying because in the 1v1 interactions it's basically impossible to win that because of Poco constantly healing. Semantic using a hype, going to be trying to stay alive. Twisty's going to really aggro Tom. He's going to try and block them off, but Twisty just manages to sneak in. But I think he's actually able to stay alive for a very long time there. Again, with the Poco interactions, I'm just going to pass this up. I know I'm going to die, but I'm just going to try and get it up as far as possible. 20 seconds left, going into overtime. I feel like we're kind of screwed here, but they're just going to go for the goal regardless, I feel here. Actually, no, I'm able to save it. But again, they've got a Poco-Jackie combination, which I just can't break through, especially with a Sprout. Sprout just doesn't have the DPS, and that's the main counter to him, the Poco double tank compositions and the mortars. So it's very big brain from these. Are definitely outcomped us inside of this one. Again, with overtime looming, with Poco in behind, Twisty's able to super shot that in. Probably a bit predictable with the super there, but anyway, that was just really, really well played from Twisty the entire game. Let's jump into the third game. Alright guys, so hopping into the last game of this Brawl set, currently 1-1. If they win this, they're 2-0 up, and as you can see, they've completely outcomped us in this one. Fair play to them. They just literally, there's nothing that Mortis can do with a Frank and a Daryl and a Poco. There's just so much healing. I'll go in here, I'll try and do something. Tom could have maybe healed, but I don't know. There's just so much tankiness, there's so much healing. Mortis isn't going to have a good time against Daryl whatsoever, because Daryl's just going to be able to melt him every single time. Same with Frank. I mean, you can keep dashing in on a Frank, but with that 10k HP, with the Poco just healing him constantly, Mortis is just not going to have a good time at all. Again, I'm trying to sneak up. I'm just trying to make something happen, because the longer I wait on, the more chance they are going to have of winning. So I do die there, but again, if you're going to be feeding Frank, he's going to be opening up the map, and once Frank gets super, he's just going to be able to chain it over and over again. So I felt like I had to make a play nice and early to try and get a goal here, but I'm going to be going super aggro. Somehow just go down. I don't even know what's happening at this point in time. Everyone's just going super aggro, but Twisty going for a trick shot, but Tom able to save that, so giving us a bit of a lifeline there. So again, I don't even know what I could possibly do inside of this matchup. I think the only chance I really had of scoring was either getting a good breakaway, or me using a gadget, or Smantic super passing it up to him, or something along those lines. But with a Frank hard counters me and Tom for sure. Again, they're going to be dashing in, but the Poco heals is just keeping everyone alive for so long. We just haven't got any really damage dealer to do anything to their composition. But fair play to them, they completely outcomped us and played much better, so they're going to be able to pull off the win in that one. They're currently 2-0 up in sets. Let's go into the next game. Alright guys, so going into Crossroads High. So this map is a very base race map, and personally I don't think any pro player likes it, just because it just feels so base racy. You can just basically ignore people and just go straight for the safe. Again, I played really bad there. Cole can actually essentially two-shot Brock, so with pickaxe returning, going forward and coming back again. If he does that twice, it kills Brock completely. So it's actually hard for Brock to do too much against the Cole, but to be honest, I just needed to go like far left lane and try not to get hit too many times. I can't really go aggro against the Cole. He's got a good amount of HP and could just take me down pretty easily. So at a minute, we're going for Sprout on the defense against a Colt and a Brock. The main way they're going to be able to do that is by able to kill Sprout down that right hand side. It's just by delaying the time and working together. But at a minute, they're completely wrecking us. Again, I feel like I'll let my team down again, because I've just gone way too aggro on a Cole and he's able to take me down. Twisty playing really well, and as you can see, we're really close to taking us down already. But we're just going to be completely outplayed inside of this one, because in this matchup we should really be winning it if we pinch Carl well enough. But Sun's going to be jumping in. I've got super on the safe, but there's not really too much we can do. Semantic's really low, and in this position I just don't think we're going to be able to win it unless we literally hold control of the entire game. But I'm missing my shots here, which is really vital. If I would have hit 2 of my shots, could have taken Twisted down, could have got super and maybe killed the Colt or the Brock or something. But there's just got too much pressure here. There's just no way we're going to be able to come back. They're able to take that game really well, and now they're on to match point. Let's go into the next game. Alright guys, so hopping into the next game, they're currently on match point, so we need to win this one. So the kind of strategy here against the Carl, we just need to play it a bit different. So Semantic called to shoot down the right hand more, he will shoot down the left, and we just get a really good pinch up. We can't really push up against us, and once the Carl is pressured back, we can then go up more aggro. So I'm going to be focusing on the attack here. I'm just going to be leaving it to try and focus on us going up. But as I said, it's a very base race kind of map. Again, we get Carl really low, and as long as I'm keeping my distance and staying alive, he's going to have a tough time at taking us down. Just because we're constantly behind the walls and whatnot. I've got my jump to constantly go over. I'm going to jump across and just be a nuisance and then it come back. Again, SpenLC's doing a good job of coming back. I didn't actually see that. But Tom, a really nice wall here. But the thing is, they're just going to keep body blocking for the safe constantly. Curse is doing a really good job. Son's going to be coming back on defense, and they're just literally going to try and body block as much as possible. But Tom is able to clutch that up. A really good wall from Tom, and he's able to get that high safe down. So I'll be able to get a comeback in this one. Been playing really bad at the minute, but able to win this one. Let's jump into the next game. Alright, so next game in Crossroads. Again, same comp. Actually, no, I think they've switched out the Colt for the Sprout, so they've gone more of a control comp. So Sprout, they've probably tried to counter the Colt. As you can see, they're forcing this matchup for sure. And then the plan is here against the Sprout. I'm trying to waste shots, try and get up and personal into his face, especially with a jump as well. I should be able to do that. So at the minute, get some decent shots in on the safe. Semantic's absolutely melting the safe as well. I'm able to take down the Sprout, so we can just keep that aggression up really, really well. So again, I think actually Tom's came up and attacked. Actually, no, he's actually died. He's actually respawned as well as me. So at the minute, doing a really good job. Only like 6% in it, so not really the best at the minute actually. So actually really equal. I'm nearly able to take down Curse. Curse is able to just go down. SpenLC with a super, he's able to go down. I go down as well. It's just absolutely chaos when Sprout is in ban, and this is why. Especially in high tournaments, that are really important. Everyone's just going to be banning Sprout. There's just no point risking it. So at the minute, we're in a really good position. Semantic's on defense. He's just trying to delay on for so long, but we're going to get a lot of damage here. I think this is what clutched us up in the end. I'm able to get Curse down with his super, and we're just able to get free reign on the safe. Semantic, I didn't actually see that, but he's able to also kill them too. So clutch on both sides of things. We're able to take the high set. Let's jump into the next set. Alright guys, so hopping into the next game. So this is the 4th set, and this is a very ladder comp. So Leg Cake was literally out yesterday, and I just kept facing Sprout and Tick. It was so hard to face up against, especially even you'd think, oh, Mortis can counter this pretty easily, or Poco Double Tank can counter this easily, but even in that sense, it was just so hard to break him down. But Twisty's going to be using his dash to go in, but he's going to get a negative trade going in for Semantic there, so that was fine. Brock able to get a nice snipe on Tom, but with the Tick and Sprout combination, it's going to be really hard for these guys to really move and do too much. The Jackie 1v1 should be pretty decent. So the thing is, I'm just going to be keeping my 2 gadgets for late game and just protecting the 2 throwers, because Jackie's obviously aim, she counters Sprout and Tick really well. And here again, Twisty's going for it, but I've got super. I'm able to pull him back. I'm able to kill him. So really predictable on that side of things. But again, Semantic kind of losing his lane against the Sprout there. He actually dies, but I'm going to use my gadget. I noticed that we can get him down here. Curse with a wall. There's just no way he's getting out in this situation. But again, I have 5 stars, and there's just no way I'm getting out either. So I'm calling for my teammates to help. That did lag it a little bit there, but Twisty did go down, but we got a massive negative trade just because I had 5 stars. So at the minute, we're able to actually get Curse down there. So again, it lagged, so I actually missed the kill actually happening, but we do manage to take him down. So again, we've got a really good late game comp. We've got 2 throwers, so we can just keep throwing them Sprout shots. We can just keep throwing all the low battery as well. Keep throwing that the Tick 9s just over and over again. And we actually managed to catch out some Bentley. As you can see, the Tick and the Sprout combination, it just melts people, and we don't even realise. So at the minute, we're actually up 4 stars. The only person that can't die is Tom. So I'm going to use my gadget, try and get Curse down. As I said, I was trying to save 1 gadget for late game, but I'm able to pull Twisty towards me, and we're nearly able to get that kill off. But at the minute, we're 2 stars up, 5 seconds left. There's basically no way they're going to be able to win this. So really good comp from us, good strategy overall, and we're able to take that home. So only 1 win away from leveling it up in sets. Let's hop into the next game. Alright guys, so into the second game of this set. And as you can see, Poco Double Tank versus Sprout Double Tank. And in this scenario, if you guys are wondering, our comp should really beat this, just because of a constant healing. When there's a Poco and Jackie combination against just a solo Jackie and against a solo Mortis, it should really be winning as long as you're playing as a team. But we're able to get a kill there, so really well played so far. I'm going to get melted by this Sprout, so I'm just going to heal and come back. Sprout's his job is obviously to destroy the grass as much as possible. Twisty's going to be coming over here, and he's actually able to get me pretty low. Semantic going for the Sprout. He should have stuck with Tom there, and they're able to sweep up there. But Semantic with the bats, is he able to chain it? He actually is able to get a kill there. So Curse is going to be running away, but that's a really good pull from Twisted. But able to kill him anyway, but that's a really clutch pull from him outside. I've got Curse there for sure. I've only got 1 gadget left. Again, I'm just trying to save on for a good opportunity. You've only got 2 out of 3 Jackie gadgets now, so you've got to be careful when you're wanting to use them and when not to. So we're in a really good position. Sprout is going to get pinned back really easily against Poco double tank, but Semantic going in again. Probably not too wise. We should have just sat near the Poco and saved him, but as you can see down here, Curse is going to be able to go down. There's just literally no way he's able to survive that. And then Semantic, probably a bit too aggro, should have just fallen back and helped us. So only 2 stars down though, 30 seconds left. Poco double tank in the last 15 seconds is amazing. There's just so much pressure, so much healing. There's hardly anything you can do when you're backed into a corner with that comp. So we're just playing for late game. Just waiting for the team to play together. Semantic's going to be going in. He's going up against a Jackie. Probably a little bit too aggro there. I was screaming for people to come back. Semantic somehow staying alive. He's literally 1 shot. I don't know how he's still alive. But Curse behind us. Semantic again. He's going for the Sprout there. I think Tom thought that Semantic was going to die. And actually froze that game, unfortunately. But I think that was just miscommunication on our part. I think Semantic didn't say that he was going to stay alive. It did look like he was going to die, so Tom was desperately trying to keep him alive. But they're able to clean up that one. We should have 100% won that one, and it would have been 2 all in sets. But nonetheless, that's that game over with. Let's hop into the next game. Alright guys, so jumping into this next game then. So I don't even know what we was thinking there, to be honest. Daryl. I think the main reason I used the Daryl was to counter a Mortis, but we didn't even go Mortis. So inside of this matchup, it's basically game over just because I've got a Jackie and a Rosa. We actually get a good matchup here, but as soon as Rosa gets super, it's going to be so hard for any of us to do anything, especially with a Poco heal constantly going in over and over again. Daryl is just useless. We were actually calling him before. Semantic really wanted to go Frank. If we would have used Frank, we would have 1,000,000% won this game, so a bit annoyed that we didn't use that, but as I said, Daryl just can't do anything. I don't know why I went Daryl. I should have probably gone Jackie or something. I should definitely have not gone Daryl. That's just a throw on our side of things. The comp itself just cost us completely. Even like a Rosa or something for a bit of aggression, we should have gone. But Daryl, yeah, I don't think we're ever going to run Daryl in bounty again. I'm just going to roll in. I felt like I could have survived if I could have kept chaining supers over and over again. But we go down again. As I said, Daryl just can't do anything when there's a Jackie, Rosa and Poco. But we're still only 7 stars behind this. We can kill Twisty and some Bentley or something. We'll be able to clutch it up. But Semantic, his job here is just to constantly get the bats over and over again. As you can see, he's constantly chaining them again. He nearly actually got his bats off again, but it's just insane healing with a Poco gadget, with a Poco heal star power with the super. It's just going to be healing over and over again. I was going to go in. I probably should have waited for Semantic there, but I was just really annoyed because of how bad we're playing. Semantic again nearly could have healed up, but in this position, there's basically nothing we can do. We've just picked a really, really bad comp, and Daryl, as I said, so trash. I don't know why I decided to use him. I just felt like we could have counted him more. It's just something along those lines. And Daryl's really good with roll aggression, but as I said, not going to be able to do anything in this position. We actually lose this. So Codemagic Purple playing really, really well. The best players in the world, to be honest, and they're able to pick up the win inside of that one, and they take it home. Okay guys, it's going to be the end of today's video. Hope you really enjoyed them games. Really fun games. As I said, it was just really fun comps. Even with Sprout in the game, a lot of times Sprout actually wasn't played. It was a lot of counter comps. It was a lot of guessing what the opponent's going to go. And as I said, really fun games. GG's to some Bentley, Twisty, Cursed and Jeton. All played really, really well, so definitely stay tuned for my video tomorrow. Going to be getting every single Brawler 1k, and as I shown at the beginning, currently 6th place, but going to be getting that #1 spot next season for sure. Going to be grinding like hell, so definitely stick tuned for that. Don't forget to let me know down in the comment section below what videos you want to see from me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe guys, and I'll see you all next time.